Imagine building wealth that lasts generations without ever receiving an inheritance. Did you know that over 70% of wealthy families didn't inherit their fortune? They built it from scratch, step by step. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and want to create real financial security, this video is for you. Like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the secrets to growing your wealth from nothing. Speech balloon comment below. Today I start building my financial freedom. Round pushpin and let me know, are you watching this from the US or somewhere else? I'd love to see how far this message is reaching. Now, let me show you why this is so urgent and what you need to know before you start. Building wealth that lasts across generations is possible even without an inheritance. In this video, we'll show you how to create lasting financial security from scratch. No family fortune required. This matters right now because the economic environment in the US is challenging with rising inflation, unpredictable markets, and limited social safety nets. Understanding how to grow your wealth independently is more important than ever to protect your future and build stability for your family. Whether you're a beginner just starting out or someone looking to refine your financial strategy, this content is tailored for you. You'll learn practical steps to build assets, manage debt, and create multiple income streams, all aimed at achieving true financial independence over time. By the end, you'll walk away with a clear roadmap to begin your journey toward building wealth that can be passed down to future generations without relying on luck or inheritance. If you're serious about clarifying your financial next steps in the US, hit that subscribe button right now. And if you'd like to support this kind of content, click the thanks button below. Your support helps reach more people who need this guidance. But to make smart decisions, you first need to understand the economic landscape we're dealing with. Building generational wealth without inheritance is more relevant than ever, especially in today's economic environment. According to data from the Federal Reserve, over 70% of wealthy families have built their wealth from scratch, not through inheritance. However, the current macroeconomic landscape presents unique challenges. Inflation in the U.S. has averaged around 3.5% annually over the past decade, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, eroding the purchasing power of savings and income. Meanwhile, interest rates remain unpredictable, with the Federal Reserve adjusting rates to combat inflation, impacting borrowing costs and investment returns. High inflation coupled with rising interest rates creates a complex environment for wealth building. Taxes also play a significant role. Federal and state taxes can diminish investment gains, making strategic planning essential. Additionally, market cycles, periods of growth followed by downturns, affect asset values and opportunities for wealth accumulation. The housing market, often a key asset class, has experienced significant fluctuations recently, influenced by inflation and interest rate changes, which can either accelerate or hinder wealth growth. Understanding this landscape is crucial. Economic volatility, taxation, and shifting market conditions mean that building wealth from zero requires strategic planning and resilience. It's not just about saving, but about navigating these macro forces effectively to grow and protect your assets. Thumbs up if this breakdown helps clarify the big picture for you. Go ahead and like the video. It really helps more people find this kind of content. With that context in mind, let's break down a strategy you can actually apply. Building generational wealth without relying on inheritance is all about creating a solid, sustainable financial foundation through smart actions. The main idea is to focus on growing your assets over time by investing wisely, managing debt, and creating multiple streams of income. First, start by saving a portion of what you earn regularly. This isn't just about putting money aside, but also about making your savings work for you through investments. Investing can include buying assets like stocks, real estate, or starting a business, things that have the potential to increase in value over time. The key is to choose investments that match your risk tolerance and long-term goals. Another important concept is leveraging, which means using borrowed money, like a mortgage or a loan, to buy assets that will grow in value. When done carefully, leveraging can help you build wealth faster, but it's crucial to manage debt wisely so it doesn't become a burden. Diversification is also essential. This means spreading your investments across different types of assets so that if one doesn't perform well, others can balance the loss. This reduces risk and helps your wealth grow steadily. Throughout this process, understanding key terms like compound interest, cash flow, and asset allocation will make your planning clearer. Compound interest, for example, is earning interest on your interest, which accelerates growth over time. By consistently applying these principles, saving, investing, leveraging, and diversifying, you can build a strong financial foundation that lasts for generations without depending on an inheritance. Now, let's look at a real-world example to see exactly how this plays out in practice. Imagine starting with a modest $50,000 savings and aiming to buy a rental property in the U.S. worth around $250,000. Have you made, or almost made, one of these mistakes before? Drop it in the comments. You're not alone, and your experience might help someone else. To avoid these mistakes, here are the best tools and resources available right now. Building wealth that lasts for generations doesn't require an inheritance, just the right tools and strategies. First, consider using platforms like Credit Karma, creditkarma.com, to monitor and improve your credit score. A strong credit profile helps you secure better loan terms for investments like property or business ventures. Next, explore investment platforms such as Fidelity, fidelity.com, or Vanguard, vanguard.com, which offer accessible options for building a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. These platforms make investing straightforward and educational, empowering you to grow your wealth over time. Additionally, use real estate websites like Redfin, redfin.com, or Zillow, zillow.com, to research properties, understand market trends, and identify opportunities for rental income or appreciation. Finally, for ongoing financial education, sites like Investopedia, investopedia.com, provide valuable insights into personal finance, investing, and wealth-building strategies. Which of these tools do you already use, or which one are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments. Now that you've got the tools, let's talk about the first thing you can do today to get started. Whether it's checking your credit report, setting up an investment account, or researching properties. Taking that initial step is what sets the foundation for building generational wealth from scratch. Building lasting wealth without relying on inheritance might seem daunting, but it all begins with a simple, focused step. Today, take just 15 minutes to check your credit score using an app like Credit Karma. This small action unlocks a clearer picture of your financial standing and shows you where you can improve. Understanding your credit opens doors to better loan terms and more opportunities to invest in your future. Think of this as the foundation. Once you know where you stand, you can plan your next move confidently. Maybe it's saving for that first investment property, starting a diversified portfolio, or simply understanding your expenses better. Each step builds momentum, turning small actions into powerful progress over time. Most people never start because they believe it takes hours or lots of money. But remember, just 15 focused minutes today is enough to set your journey in motion. Do one small thing now. Download that app, list your expenses, or simulate an investment. It's these tiny, consistent steps that lead to big, lasting change. Taking that first step is how every success story begins. Imagine what you can achieve if you stay committed. With consistency, your efforts will compound, opening doors to financial freedom and generational wealth. So start today. Just one small action now can change your entire future. Imagine yourself 10, 15, even 30 years from now. You've been consistently checking your credit, saving a little each month, and making smart investments. Over time, those small actions compound. Perhaps you purchased a property early on, and with steady rent income, that asset has grown significantly. Or maybe your diversified investments have doubled or tripled in value, creating a solid foundation for future generations. What seems like small steps today can turn into substantial wealth tomorrow. The key is consistency, staying committed to your financial habits, even when progress feels slow. Because compound growth works best over time, and every dollar saved or invested now has the potential to grow exponentially. Building wealth without inheritance isn't about overnight success. It's about persistent effort that pays off in the long run. And now that you see what's possible, here's how we wrap this up and take action. If you followed along this far, you're already way ahead of the average person financially. The only thing left is to decide. Will you keep going consistently? Remember, small, focused steps today set the stage for a legacy that lasts for generations. Your future self will thank you for the discipline and dedication you invest now. Building lasting wealth without relying on inheritance is all about consistent actions, smart habits, and disciplined investing over time. Remember, starting today, checking your credit score, saving regularly, and making informed investments sets the foundation for a future of financial freedom and generational legacy. The power of compound growth means small, steady efforts today can turn into significant assets tomorrow, like rental properties or growing investment portfolios. The key is persistence. Wealth isn't built overnight, but through daily commitment and smart decision-making. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and watch your progress accumulate. Thanks for joining me on this journey. You're making real strides toward financial independence. If this video shifted your perspective on money or investing, hit that like button and subscribe. This channel is all about practical clarity and no fluff. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your first financial goal for the next 12 months? Drop it in the comments. Before you go, don't miss our next video, where I'll show you how to make the most of your first paycheck or tax refund. Keep pushing forward, stay energetic, and let's build that legacy together.